So as you can see guys, I've had to do a little bit more work than expected. I've had to remove the complete steering wheel. It is a lot better because it's less masking up. I'm sure everybody hates masking up, especially when you sat inside the car. Hi guys, welcome to this video of refurbishing a steering wheel. As you can see, this steering wheel is from a Kia Soul, and I was considering buying a new steering wheel, but they're about 40-50 pounds. So I looked on YouTube, found some videos and thought I'd give it a go of refurbing this myself. I'll show you the bits and bats that you need in order to be able to do this yourself. So just in the back of here I've got the die which I bought from eBay. It cost about £10. That's the black die and a matte lacquer to seal. Obviously you don't want a gloss because there's not much of a shine on there already. And I've got some 800 grit sandpaper. I'm going to try that first. I got a sponge which I just cut in half, one for the dye and one for the matte lacquer, and I've got some isopropylene alcohol just there. It's 99.9% to clean the steering wheel thoroughly. So the main thing that you want to do and what you want to make sure is, firstly, as you can see, this is all peeling off and stuff over here. I've just tried to scratch it off because first I thought it might be dirt. It actually came with this leather cover on the steering wheel, and because this is a sales car, the first thing somebody's going to do is take that off and see what the condition's like underneath. Obviously in this condition people are not going to be very happy with it, so I'm going to first start off by sanding it down and cleaning it up with isopropylene alcohol, mask up whatever I need to mask up, and see if I can actually take off these plastic bits. I can feel some screw holes in the back, so hopefully I'll be able to get away with not taking the entire steering wheel off and just being able to take those plastic covers off. So I'm going to go ahead and start taking those off and cleaning up the steering wheel. So as you can see guys, I've had to do a little bit more work than expected. I've had to remove the complete steering wheel. It is a lot better because it's less masking up. I'm sure everybody hates masking up, especially when you sat inside the car. And this will allow me to get to all the areas of the steering wheel and be able to rub it down with sandpaper properly. I did try with 800 first, but it was just too light. And these Kia steering wheels are pretty cheap material. So I've just started with the 600, and that seems to be doing a lot better job. Also, one of the main reasons why I decided to strip it was, as you can see on this silver trim, you can see that it's got some sort of rubber coating on it which has started to peel off. So I'm going to rub that down at the same time and spray that. I have actually done another piece here on the side. On this door trim, this area here, I've rubbed that down and sprayed that already. So I'm just going to do that exact same thing with this piece, making sure I get rid of all the rubber so it doesn't react with the spray. So I'm just going to carry on, and got a little bit of extra little task on my hands, but it's nothing major. It looks a lot worse than what it actually is. I'm going to carry on, I'm going to rub that down, and then as soon as I get to applying the dye, I'll come back on. So I've given this a decent rub down now. It doesn't look smooth, but it is actually smooth. It feels very smooth here. I kept on rubbing these down. I actually went down to 240 in the end, and then I did a 600 and 800. So now I'm just going to use the rubbing alcohol to clean it all up, make sure there's no loose debris or anything in there, and use a heat gun to make sure it's dry, and then go ahead and start using the dye. I've gone ahead and used the rubbing alcohol. As you can see, that's all the dirt that's come off the steering wheel. It actually looked quite clean, and I used fairy liquid and water whilst I was rubbing it down, so it was more of a wet sand in the sink, but a lot of dirt still came off there. You have to make sure that you do make sure it's clean and dry. So now I'm going to get the dye. This is from Scratch Doctor off eBay. Give it a good shake with sponge. Apply some to the sponge. Then dab it on. Making sure you get a good even coat. A lot better. I think I am going to go for the third coat. Just going to dry this off. There we go, that's the final coat. Just put the lid back on this. So now all the black dye is dried up. I'm just going to go ahead and apply the matte lacquer finish. And again, I'm just stippling it on, making sure I get good coverage. Do a light coat first, and then do a heavier second coat. This will give it a matte effect and seal all the dye in as well and make sure it becomes longer lasting. And when you stipulate it like this, it gets rid of all the imperfections. And the good thing with this is if you want to do a colour change, you can do a colour change as well. That's it, just wait for that to dry. Then I'm going to rub this down with 600 and spray it with the alloy wheel silver, just so it matches up the side panel. So guys, this is the end result. The steering wheels come out really well. Definitely a good refurb and good experience for myself. This is actually the first time I've done a steering wheel. It only cost me £10 to do the actual leather part of the steering wheel. Also off camera, I did the silver plastic part in the middle. I used 240 grit sandpaper, plastic primer and the silver alloy wheel spray that I had already anyway. Also I used a bit of 1500 because it was feeling a little rough where I'd painted the steering wheel, where I used the dye. So I just smoothed it up a bit, just used a dry cloth around it and that cleaned it all up. So this car's going up for sale soon. I've just got a little bit more of tidying up to do, and you should see it up for sale on my other page. So let me know what you think, guys. This is one of my first videos that I'm making for YouTube, currently in lockdown. So I just thought I might as well start some YouTube videos, as I do a lot of restoration on cars and get them prepped for sale. This is a Range Rover that I've done, gloss blacked everything, full buff, ceramic coated, all blacked out, side steps, all the badges, the front splitter, the rear diffuser, all of the back end. I've got a Aston Martin Vantage there as well. I did a full respray on that, full restoration on that. It took me about 9 to 10 weeks. Alloys refurbed on that one, powder coated in the standard silver colour. I've got a Bentley Flying Spur there. I've done the alloy wheels on that, and I've got a front bumper to do on that as well, but the hard part on that one is matching up the vinyl. This car's going up for sale. It's a Kia Soul. Just been detailing it and getting it sale ready, to be honest with you. Whilst we're in lockdown, I'm working from home, so my garage is in a bit of a state, but luckily I have got a garage and I'm able to work out of it, not getting bored inside the house. Just done a minor detail on it just to get rid of any scratches. I sprayed the back bumper. It's a really nice colour, this. Don't know if you'll be able to pick it up. It's called Black Cherry Pearl. It's a really nice colour. I will be putting up a sales video on this car on my other channel, Yorkshire Vehicle Remarketing Ltd. I'll put a link up in the description so you can see some of my sales cars. On this channel you're going to be seeing all the work that goes into the cars, for starting from buying the car, bringing it over, and just showing you what I do on a daily basis and how I refurb the cars and get them sale ready. I'm currently charging the battery as well on this. So guys, let me know what you think. Let me know if you need to see any particular videos. Me myself, I've got a garage, MOT bay, body shop, car sales pitch, and I like to do all the work myself. Not any damaged cars or heavily damaged cars, but just cars that need a little bit of sprucing up and then putting them on for sale on Auto Trader and Facebook. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Hope I didn't bore you too much, and let me know if you want to see any particular videos or refurbs and I'll put something up. Hope to see you soon, guys. Thanks, bye.